By Real products. We have all seen them. We have all considered purchasing them because what if they actually work? Well, I purchased a few. I'm gonna try them today and tell you whether they work and if they do, how to use them. But also we have some real fails in here, so buckle up. So let's hop back to yesterday and start with our first product. Okay, based on the DMs that I've been getting, a lot of you guys wanna know about how to get more volume in your hair. Is that correct? I feel like that's the majority of requests I get. And if so, I feel like you guys are gonna be interested in this product.
This is supposed to be the key to voluminous hair. So you know we're gonna try it. I bought these for like literally $5. It comes with two, a bigger one and a smaller one. I'm gonna use the bigger one that's supposed to be for max volume. And you basically just like slide it. It slides like this. So you open it up and you're supposed to comb through the front of your hair and then close it. And it just sits like this. I'm gonna spritz it with a little bit of hairspray. Not too much, nothing crazy. And then I'm gonna hit it with a little bit of heat to really lock it in. Just gonna go in with my blow dryer. I lowered the power, that was a little much. Okay, this is better. Now you're supposed to just let it sit and let the hair cool. So I'm gonna let it sit in my hair for like 10 minutes. Okay, it's been 10 minutes. Time for the moment of truth. Taking it out. Oh my goodness. Hang on. I'm gonna kind of just like fluff it to make it look a little more natural. That totally works. I like to bring the front little piece down, but then I have so much more volume up top. I wanna see next time if I can like put it in on the side and like get like a lot of lift like that. Maybe I'll try that out soon because I feel like that would work really well too. Like it already looks big, but I actually really like this little thing. What do you guys think? Would you try this?
Okay, so I have it. My hair is damp. Let's see what we can do. We've got this giant clip, the size of my face, and then a smaller clip, and mine came with an assortment of pink hair ties. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, this really feels like 3D printed. It's not, but it's got that same like weird plastic feeling, and like it doesn't feel super substantial, but I also don't feel like I could accidentally break it. But it does slide open and close pretty easily, and they are light. You know, I was thinking I would just do one right here, but do I do a side part and do it like this? That seems to get the max amount of volume, and I love max volume. The idea here is that this is going to kind of hold your hair up at the roots and give it a chance to set in a more upward fashion rather than being straight and flat down. I have also seen people use these on curly hair, and that seems really, really beneficial as well. The thing is, if you want it to stay once you take these out, you do have to do something to set it. So it either needs to go from wet to dry, and or you need to use products. I feel like Wolverine right now. I don't know his catchphrase or else I would say it. Rawr. Don't think that one's it. So my hair is damp, so we're going to be working from damp to dry, but also I'm gonna add in some volumizing mousse to help as well. Also, another way you can set something is obviously going from hot to cool. So you could also just kind of heat the roots up a little bit and allow them to cool in these as well. We're gonna try all three. We're gonna have wet to dry, we're gonna have heat, we're gonna have products. So if I don't get some lift after this, they really, really don't work. I would love to get maximum coverage on this. I'm thinking this one goes here, this one goes here. That's so much lift. Open it, slide her through, and then we let it go. Easy. All right, wiggle this one in. It feels very comfortable to wear, and it actually feels really nice to have my roots lifted away from my scalp. But now I'm going to use a hairdryer to finish drying my hair. I'm gonna use it on a light heat setting to try and warm up my roots, and then I'm gonna hit it with a cold shot. And between all of that, we'll see if we can get some lift from just these. Let's go. Okay, that was an experience. I cannot in good faith recommend drying all of your hair with these in. That was a lot. And when I was trying to like hit the hairdryer right around here, I found that I really wanted to like hold the hair, which kind of defeated the purpose of having these in the first place. So after that experience, what I think I would do in the future, if this works out, is that I would dry my hair upside down like I always do, and then as soon as I pop back up, I'd these in to just set everything in place and let it cool there. But we have heated, we have cooled, we have dried, we have producted. I think it is time to see the results. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, no, that's volume. That's volume. That's for sure volume. It's not as much as I thought it would be. Let's try this side. Is the volume in the room with us? Are you kidding me? No! I went through all that. I stuck my head in the freezer. There's concepts of lifting. There's like, it's not as flat to my head as it would normally be. Dang it, I really thought it would work at least a little bit. I mean, I guess if I like keep this hair back here, You can definitely see some lift. That's honestly a little bit normal for my side part. I'm not gonna lie to you. Put this back in the middle part position. Okay, I mean, there is some lift here. It's just not a lot. And after products and blow drying, heat and colds, I would expect more. This is a fail. I do think that there's a possibility that it could be good with waves and curls. So maybe this will make an appearance again later in the video. But on my fine straight hair, this didn't do much. I don't know, have any of you guys tried this? Did you have a similar experience? Let me know. Okay, this is a waver that I have been desperately wanting to try because wavers and the waves they create are here to stay. I really thought they were gonna be a flash in the pan. Absolutely not. They are here and I have yet to really love them. But I think this one might change that. Let me show you.
A lot of my clients with short hair or bob-length haircuts would struggle using our triple barrel wavers to achieve loose waves. They would oftentimes buy a tighter waver hoping to achieve this loose wave look. So my sister and I created Babe Waves X, a double barrel waver that achieves the same loose wave as our jumbo waver. It was such an innovation at the time when we launched almost 2 years ago that we even won Allure Best of Beauty.
And here it is on long hair so you can get the idea. What I love about it is A, it is a little bit more compact so my wife could use it because she loves to use a waver on her bob, but it is very difficult. But also I like the shape of the wave a lot more than you normally get with a 3-barrel waver. It also looks like the shape of the wave is a lot more articulated on the hair, which I really struggle with mine. I feel like I clamp it into the little waver and then it like takes half of that amount of wave and it just looks a little bit like So I think this might be able to solve my problems. So this is $90, which is expensive, especially for a waver. But again, if it fixes my problems, that's fine with me. I got the pink one, obviously. So this is the Trademark Babe Waves waver. Okay, yes, it closes easily. I love that it's fully covered so you can't accidentally touch the hot plates. Goodness knows I would and I do. I really like the shape. It's like very nice and exaggerated, but smooth. I have high hopes for this. There's 4 heat settings. You've got 320, 350, 390, and 430. Those are all in Fahrenheit. We're gonna do 390. All right, well, while that gets heated up, let me go ahead and apply some heat protectant. I already have some products on my hair, so I'm gonna use a nice lightweight one. This one's from Tresemme. Alrighty, are you warmed up yet? No, it's still warming up. Interesting. I am judging you. It's hot in there though. Let's start by sectioning. Okay, cool. It just finished heating up. That took a minute. I guess we just go for it and release. Let's just keep going down the hair before I form any really big opinions. Whoa, that is a little bit more of a perfect squiggle than I would always go for, but I have never been able to get that perfect of a squiggle before. Oh, I'm excited. Heck yeah. And it's not like immediately coming right back out when I mess with it. Interesting. I have accidentally created quite the ridge here. I don't love that. I guess I will just, no, try not to push it one way or another. Have it going straight in. Well, that one turned out pretty heckin' wonky. It might have been user error. Let's keep moving. It is a little tighter, I think, than I was hoping for. But I am having the opposite problem that I normally do because the wave is quite defined. Let's just keep going. I feel like it always looks weird when there's like just a couple of sections done. Oh, maybe that's it. I'm just not sliding it far enough. Maybe that was what I was doing wrong. It like really presses it into the shape more than I feel like I normally get with a 3-barrel waver, and that is really cool. You know what, let's try that hack that was going around where you twist the hair a little bit and then you put it on the waver. Yeah, that does help it look more 3-dimensional and real. I like that a lot, actually. That's a lot less of like a squiggle. Ooh, what if I don't close it all the way right next to my face to try to get a little bit of a gentler wave? Yes! There we go. That's actually what my waves can look like sometimes. I'm seeing it. I'm seeing the vision. I'm seeing the fantasy. It's coming to life. I think I'm gonna repeat like exactly that over here. but that might be a little too twisted. All right, now what if I do, because this is a kind of a big section, what if I do a big section and then, see, I'm not closing it all the way? See what that does. All right, let's see what this one looks like. If you wanna do the twist with a waver, you just don't wanna do a lot of twists. Which side do you like better? Do you like the less waved side or the more waved side? Because this one definitely has like more distinct ridges and waves. This one's a lot more relaxed. I feel like I like this one better, but honestly, they're both cute. Okay, now I think we just need some products to finish us off. I'm gonna use a little bit of texture spray up at my roots because this would be a really great time to have volume at my roots. I'm gonna use a little bit of this Bumble and Bumble Liquid Wax Plus Finishing Spray. A little bit of shine, pieciness, and some texture. Overall, I do feel like this is fixing some of the pain points for me. I found it really easy to just kind of move through the hair. I felt like it imparted a lot more shine than I normally get from a waver. I love that. I like the shape that it makes on the hair. I like that I could hold it loosely and still get a wave, so I could determine how loose or how tight the wave was by how tightly I closed the iron. I didn't end up accidentally hitting any buttons. Loved that. I feel like my cons were that there is a little bit of a learning curve, but that's true for every single tool. I naturally wanted to place it down on my little tray here sideways like this. Don't do that because that definitely melted this tray a little bit. It has little rubber grippies right here and right here to help remind you to set it down like this. I highly encourage you to do so. I will also say that it gets quite hot on the outside here. One of their advertising claims was that because it is encapsulated, it's harder to burn yourself, but this gets really, really hot. Like I can't actually hold my finger down on it. I can feel the heat radiating off of it, actually. Last note is that it's actually rather heavy after a little while, so if you have a lot of hair to wave, you will build some arm strength whilst you're using it. Not a bad thing, just a thing to know. So those are the pros and the cons. I have really, really enjoyed the pros. The cons, they're not great, but they're not deal breakers for me. I will say definitely keep an eye on the heat. And I do wish that it was more in the $60 or even $75 price range than $90. But at the end of the day, I do think that this performed really nicely and I'm going to keep trying it out. So for my first impression, I feel like it's good and it's worth it. Okay, this next one, I am so excited to try and I don't even think I can like do describing it justice. Let's just go ahead and roll the clip.
This might be the most disgusting video I've ever made. This right here is a detox comb and I've been seeing it all over TikTok. I had to try this out. We're just gonna go through all of my scalp and I'm gonna push down like kind of hard. We're definitely nearing hair wash day. This honestly feels so nice. It's almost like getting a scalp massage. I'm gonna set a timer for 3 minutes. This is the moment of truth. Oh my gosh. That is so disgusting.
I'm not judging her whatsoever. I feel like I'm gonna have that exact same effect and I am excited and I am scared. This was like $7 or $8 and this might just change my life a little bit. So you've got your plastic little comb and then the ends of these little teeth are basically like the end of straws. And then there's little pins inside those straws. So when you push down up here, all the little pins push out and everything that collected at the little tips of these comb teeth and the little hollows gets pushed out. Basically just kind of go over the top of it and it scrapes up anything that's hanging out there and then you get to go like that and see all of the goodness and or badness that there is. Now I just washed my scalp, so there's a chance that this isn't going to be as satisfying or there's a chance that I'm about to really, really read myself. Let's find out. So this feels pretty much exactly like it would with any comb. It doesn't feel particularly scratchy or abrasive unless you go over it multiple times, which I think would be true with any brush. There's some stuff building up in there, I can see it. Okay, let's keep going. Now I think it is important to note that this is gonna catch dead skin, product oil that's on your scalp, but if you have it in your hairs, kind of like hanging out like mid-strand, it's not gonna do anything more than your average comb to get to that. But I will say, if you're dealing with a lot of flakes or whole big areas of skin buildup, that's a good thing to show to your doctor just to make sure that you don't need any medicated shampoos or anything like that that can help with the problem. No shame in that game. I actually do use a medicated shampoo every now and then because down here at the nape of my neck, I get a little bit of seborrheic dermatitis. Let's see what we've got. Hey, okay, look at that. That's not too bad. I do not feel embarrassed by that, but that makes me happy. It means that I'm doing a really good job scrubbing my scalp using the method that I taught you guys in my scalp massage video. All right, I'm gonna do this for like a little bit longer, see if I can get anything else. All right, let's see. Ah, ew! What they did not show in the TikTok videos is that dead skin definitely remains trapped in the tips of the teeth of the comb. It's just kind of like all around the rim where the little pins can't quite get to. That's not ideal. All right, but there we go. This is what I managed to get off of a freshly cleansed scalp. There was still some dead skin, still some stuff to be removed that would not have gotten removed without the comb. I mean, aside from the fact that I will need to clean out the brush every single time I use it, I don't mind it. I actually really loved how that felt on my scalp. I got some stuff off of my scalp that did not come off in the shower. I'll process that later. And it wasn't expensive. I think I recommend this. I mean, I'm gonna, keep using it. I can update you guys if you want. I am here several days later. It's my house cleaning day. I was not expecting to be on camera, but before I washed my hair, I wanted to try this on dirty hair. So here we go. This seems like the actual test. Let's see what's going on this time. Ew! Gah! Okay, so there definitely is more there now that it's been a couple of days. There's been more dead skin buildup, more oil buildup, probably some products in there. I didn't really use dry shampoo. I can assume that would add to this. And because I didn't get that much after shampooing, I assume most of this would come out in the shower, but it is really soothing to get it off with this. And that does give less for my shampoo to have to get out of the way for like really cleansing my scalp. I think I'm a fan. There is residue still caught on the inside of these little cones, and I don't love that because there's no real way for me to clean that easily, so that just kind of stays gross. But as far as exfoliating my scalp and helping me get it extra clean, yeah, I like it a lot. And now we're on to the next tool, which I will be filming tomorrow in a totally different outfit. Ready, set, there we go. New day, new dawn, more stuff to try. Except actually, I forgot that there was one more test I wanted to do on this guy. I forgot I wanted to test this on short hair. Now, currently my hair is not short and I don't feel like installing a wig, so I thought, look, this is as long as like a chin length bob. Let's just try it that way. I haven't touched up my hair since yesterday because we have some more adventures to take it through. I don't hate it. It definitely looks like natural wavy beachy. I'm kind of into it. I mean, yeah, I feel like this is a little bit easier because this is only 3, maybe 4 inches wide, whereas a 3-barrel waver is so wide, and that makes it really difficult when the hair is only 7 or 8 inches long. That actually was not bad at all. There are definitely ridges in it, and I feel like it just depends on whether or not you do a good job kind of like matching up the sections. I do feel like this is a lot easier to use on short hair, and I really love the defined and shiny waves that it gives. So yes, I do also agree that this is a good option for short hair. Okay, that said, now we can actually jump into today's product. This one, honestly, I may or may not have just ordered for me. Hold please, let's find the video.
Look at this. This is the most ridiculous yet genius thing I've ever received. I got this amazing red light LED therapy hair oiling scalp massaging device. Turns on, you can fill it with oil. It comes out of these and it has red light in the middle there and it massages your scalp and it's very gentle. It has 3 different speeds. You just pop open the back and fill it with the hair oil of your choice. And we're gonna start on low. And the way that the legs move, it kind of like crawls its way back through your hair. This is just amazing.
I am so excited. And here's the thing, I did a whole video on scalp massage a couple of videos back and what it can and cannot do for hair growth. I really enjoyed that video, and I really enjoyed massaging my scalp more as a result of doing research for that video. But this just feels like a step up because then I don't have to get my fingies tired and I can just relax, and I love that idea. So I think I bought a knockoff of the one that she was using. It comes with this lovely little case and then the little buddy and a charging cord. I hope it's already charged. I did not consider that this might be a possibility. There we go. Oh, hold on. I'm so excited. Ooh, okay, different speeds. Slower, faster, same speed, and long hold to turn off. I'm so excited about this. My only big thing that I'm nervous about is whether or not it's gonna get tangled and like matted into my hair, but I'm gonna try it anyway. So we have our little reservoir for the oil. It's gonna go in there. And I'm gonna be using the Fable & Mane Shaw Scalp Amala Soothing Serum. I'm not sure how much I have to put in here. Normally, I wouldn't even use this much for one session. So let's just start with that. That was like 5 droppers full. And we'll close her up. Oh, I almost forgot to say how much this one was. I think it was originally $65, but it had a coupon on it, so it was 40 something, which is to me a bit expensive. Ooh. The oil's already coming out of the little toggle thingies. It's a bit expensive for a scalp massager, but if I use it a lot, I feel like it's worth it. The only thing I'm really dubious of is the red light, because this really doesn't look like red LEDs. It looks like it just has some red over just a little light panel. But anyway, let's go ahead and see how this works as a scalp massager. Oh, it's quite pokey feeling on the scalp. It's not soothing in the way that I expected it to be, but it's not soothing. Oh. Okay, that feels a lot better. Owie! Do we see how the little tips here are like pointed? They're like teardrop shaped, so you have little points up here. And it feels very, very scratchy up here. That was kind of painful. I did not enjoy that. I mean, I'm gonna keep going, but like, ooh, I don't know about that. It just kind of depends on the area of the scalp that it's on. Like in some areas, it feels really, really nice. And then in some areas, it feels very scratchy. It feels so nice on like the sides of my head though. Yeah, like right there. Feels really good. Okay, so I want to love it. I want to love it so badly. Okay, here's the thing. When it hit, it hit. It doesn't align with the shape of my scalp that well, or I guess the shape of my head. Because when I would get it like right over my ears, and like right here at the nape of my neck, oh my gosh, it felt so nice. But then like everywhere else, I was only getting like one little part of the comb teeth against my head, and so it didn't really feel like much. The pointy, why is it pointy? That was not pleasant. I could see this being really good for people who love like having like fingernails kind of like rigged against their scalp. That's not me. So I might just not be the target demo for this one. It does feel a lot like that motion. It didn't dispense oil to my scalp, which was one of the things I really wanted from it. And it was a little owie. Also the red light thing, I knew it was bogus the whole time, but it's just still very annoying to me. So I don't personally recommend this one. Okay, and now for our last one, I need to go wash my hair again. So I will be right back. My hair has been washed, detangled, and plopped, which might give you a little bit of an idea of where we're going with this final product.
We are the original inventors of the Bounce Curl Define Edge Lift Brush. Our brush is so unique that we had to get a patent for it. Our brush only comes in 2 colors right now, teal and tan. The material quality is very important to us. We really try to reduce plastic wherever we can, so the brush base and handle is made out of bio-based PLA material. The vegan boar bristles are custom made and cut a specific way to prevent hair damage. The second bristles are also custom made to provide 3 times flexibility.
Love it.
The viral Bounce Curl Defining Brush now has a sister, and this one is for volume. So let's compare the two. You can see how much smaller these ridges are, giving you more volume. I'm gonna start with the original one on this side. Now let's try the volume one. There's already a noticeable difference. This side definitely has more volume. Let's see what it looks like dry. So I feel like with the volume side, you can see my layers more, but like it literally looks so good. And the defining brush just made my curl clumps bigger.
So we're doing the Bounce Curl Define Edge Lift Brush today. This basically is meant to help your curls clump a little bit better and be smoothed together so that they sit nicely and look a little bit more defined. Now I've seen this used over and over again by people that have curly hair, and it is gorgeous. Like, I'm impressed. I'm sold. I'm 100% behind it. Make sure to buy the authentic original one. I have like wavy and then like a couple areas where it might be considered curly hair, and I want to see if this can work for me as well. It might not, but I thought it would be fun to try. I've been kind of flirting with the idea of trying a wavy curly moment. Let's just do an initial trial and see how it goes. First, I am going to wet it a little bit more because I know wavy hair is supposed to be like super wet. I'm gonna do some curl cream. And I know that the wavy girls love this mousse, activating curl talk mousse. I'm just gonna do this spray gel, I think. I'm gonna get it just a little bit more wet. Again, I know that the water is key for my hair type. So the idea with the brush is that you take it over a section and you twist the brush so that the edges here can create the clumps. And then I've seen people do a little bit of this, do a little bit of this, and they let it go. I mean, I do see prettier clumps than I had before. Let's try it on this section. I don't know if it's working on my hair or not, if I'm being honest. Those are some nice, like, defined little clumps. Let's keep going. I'm gonna finish this up and I will get back to you. I got this side of my hair done. This side I have not done, and I feel like I should dry them both to see what kind of difference there is. That seems like the best way to test what kind of difference the brush makes. Right now, I can kind of see that like these aren't as defined as these are, but they do still look kind of similar. So let's see how it looks once it's dry. I forgot, I wanted to bring back in our friend from earlier and see if it helps with this kind of air drying. It looked like a shazoo. I've got a cast. I'm so proud of myself. I feel a little bit bad because this new dryer from T3, their cold setting, you actually toggle it all the way on and then you have to toggle it back off to get it off the cold setting. I forgot that I had it toggled on the cold setting. So I dried this side of my hair cold for like 5 minutes before I ever turned on the heat. This side got heat the whole time. So I think that might have made a difference, just to be fair to the whole process. But I think from here, we're gonna let it air dry and we're just gonna see how it goes, and I will come back and let you know. Okay, I believe we are in fact air dried at this point. And sometime in the last like hour-ish, I decided to switch to both clips for max volume. And now here we are. Okay, so we have the side that I used the bounce brush on, the side that I did not. What do you think? Give you a second to look at each side. I feel like I see the definition from the bounce brush, which I very much enjoy, but I have a little bit more wave on this side, probably from not brushing through it. I'm just kind of right on that line. And so I'm not saying that the bounce brush cannot work for me, but I think it's gonna take a little bit more finagling to figure it out. But I do like the clumps. That's what it's supposed to do. And I do like the clumping effect that I have over here. It's just not as wavy, and I would prefer like these clumps with these waves. I think that's my opinion. And we are going to break up the cast on the curls because right now it's still crispy crunchy ramen noodles over here. But first, let's see if these little volume clips have redeemed themselves. Because I was noticing as I was drying my hair, like it's so much water in the hair and you're letting it dry so slowly that it was really like pulling down on these roots up here. So I just want to see. Oh, some hair got stuck in that one. I mean, it's not an extreme amount of lift, but I can guarantee you that if I hadn't put these in, my hair would be plastered to my head right now. My roots really actually do feel lifted. That's quite nice. I feel like when I dried my hair straight and, you know, I was trying to run the blow dryer at full force through it, not the move at all. I was not a fan. But I feel like for something like this, where it's just keeping your hair from like pulling itself down as it's drying and you just want a little tiny bit of lift, yeah, absolutely. I am actually kind of a fan. Yay, we redeemed ourselves on these. That's exciting. And now this is very, very crunchy, so I am ready to break it up. Let's see, what oil do I want to use? I'm gonna use this Garnier one, which actually has some really good oils up top. All right, well, I think I may have put too much product in, but this is what I think is the final result of trying a wavy curly routine using the bounce brush. There are a lot of factors that went into this. Like, I think I might have used too much product. That might be why my hair still looks a little wet. And I'm still learning the techniques and what works for my hair. So there's a lot of varying parts here, not just this brush. But as far as using it, it was really easy to use, way easier than figuring out a Denman, at least for me. And I could see how this could be so good for somebody, especially with just like smoothing and getting your curls into clumps. It remains to be seen whether or not it's going to work for my hair, because my hair is definitely wavy. You know, it's like barely making a shape anyway, so I worry that brushing it disrupts the wave a little bit too much. But I am open to keep trying it and seeing if there's ways to make it work. They do consultations on their website to teach people, so maybe I'll take advantage of that. Let me know if you want any more content around doing wavy hair as I try to figure this out. Like, do you want to see more wavy hair content? Do you want to see more of the bounce brush? Let me know. I did forget to mention the price on this one. It is $26 or $27, and honestly, I know that that's a little bit more expensive for a hairbrush, but I don't think it's that bad. And this is really made well and designed so thoughtfully. The woman who made this actually designed it herself and patented it. Like, I am so impressed and such a stan of this brand and everything that they're doing. So I do recommend it. As far as like price point, it's there. Like, you're getting the quality that you're looking for, and I definitely love supporting this brand. And that concludes all of the products that we're trying for today's video to test these viral products, see if they work, see if I like them. And we had some real winners and some kind of losers. In last place, the scalp massager. It's not for me. I feel like it could be for specific people, but $60 is too much for what it is. Okay, in fourth place, I'm gonna put these volume clips, simply because I'm not gonna recommend them for like straight hair blowouts. I would recommend them for if you're doing like a 90s, like big floopy voluminous blowout, you might like them. And if you have wavy or curly hair and you like to style it wavy or curly, I think you would like them. So you just have to know when and how to use them. I think next for me is gonna be the bounce brush. As far as like quality goes, design, thoughts, impact on the curly hair community, this thing is stellar, 10 out of 10. On my hair, this first time that I used it, I just still have more to figure out, and I might want a different version of the same brush. So that's why I'm gonna put it in spot number 3. Second place favorite is the Scalp Detox Comb. This thing actually worked really well. I think it's a really helpful way to exfoliate the scalp, especially if you do deal with extra flakiness. Just make sure that you are talking to your doctor and doing anything else to address the cause of the flakiness if necessary. But that being said, it's so satisfying to use from how it feels on the scalp to seeing the gunky stuff come out. And it's so inexpensive. I actually do really recommend this one. And then number 1, surprising and delighting me, is the waver. I'm so excited about this waver. I'm so excited that it is smaller. I'm excited about the shape that it makes. I'm not as excited about how heavy it is or the fact that I seem to keep burning my table with it. But aside from that, I really liked it, and I'm excited to keep learning how to work with it. That's my ranking. Have you guys tried any of these products? I'm really curious whether the viral TikToks and or Instagrams and or YouTube shorts got you as well. If you did, tell me about it in the comments. I'd love to hear. If you have any more that you want me to try, tell me in the comments. I would also love to be enabled to buy more hair things. But all that being said, that is it for today's video. So whether you're old or new or a casual lurker, thank you for spending time with me, and I'll see you in my next video. Mwah! Bye! You look like you're auditioning for Oklahoma. Okay, but in a good way, you better be joking. Okay, but do I look like I'm about to audition for Oklahoma? And the waves they create, how are... These tatas, they want to be out today.